worry, ask query. Welcome to the seminar on finding a solution on the problems being faced in development in and around Navimumbai and Raigad area. Navimumbai and Raigad units of CREDAI MCHI brings this opportunity to interact with the decision-making authorities of the government of Maharashtra, ideally with the basic concept of decongesting Mumbai and creating an option of well-planned city. CIDCO was formed, and the model of Navi Mumbai started taking its shape. As per the geographical location of Navi Mumbai and Panvel area, this is the most convenient place for Mumbai compared to the western and central suburbs such as area beyond Virar and area beyond Kalyan respectively. The mode of transport is also comparatively less time consuming and more convenient in form of roadways as well as railways. The two major highways, one connecting with Konkan and Goa and the other connecting with Pune, passes through Navi Mumbai. Considering the upcoming demand of Navi Mumbai, an international airport has also been proposed in this area. The area coming under 25-kilometer radius of the proposed airport area is declared as Navi Mumbai Airport Influenced Notified Area, that is NAINA, comprising 270 villages, and CIDCO has been appointed as Special Planning Authority for this area on 10th January 2013, that is almost 4 years back. CIDCO was supposed to prepare the development plan for the entire area within 3 years from its appointment, but the same didn't happen. CIDCO managed to prepare the development plan only for 23 villages as pilot project, and the same has been approved by Government of Maharashtra recently. Meanwhile, Government of Maharashtra has appointed MSRDC as another planning authority on 17 February 2016 for the area between Mumbai-Pune Expressway and Mumbai-Pune Old Highway, and for the land between 2 kilometers southwest of Mumbai-Pune Expressway, and certain villages have been excluded from NAINA area and given to MSRDC. So, two different planning authorities are in existence within the same area. To add to the confusion of builders, developers and landowners, MMRDA has also published its regional plan and proposed land uses for the period of 2016 to 2034. There are different zones and land uses as proposed by CIDCO and MMRDA for the same area. So there is a question in mind of developers and landowners that development plan to be followed should be of which authority. MSRDC has not published its development plan so far, so the development in the area for which MSRDC is appointed as Special Planning Authority is stopped. So overall, there is no development in this area since last 4 to 5 years because in earlier stages, CIDCO did not prepare any development plan and MSRDC also followed CIDCO's footsteps as far as preparing development plan is concerned. Along with CIDCO, MSRDC and MMRDA, there are two more authorities in existence. That is Panvel Municipal Corporation, which comes within 25-kilometer radius of proposed Navimumbai International Airport area. This limit was declared for NAINA area as well. And the other authority being Navimumbai Municipal Corporation. Even though these authorities do not fall under the NAINA area but play a vital role in development of area coming under 25-kilometer radius of the proposed airport. Apart from these authorities, there is another authority which comes into picture, that is Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation MIDC, as there is Thane Belapur Industrial Area and Taloja MIDC nearby to the NAINA area, and they have their different set of rules for the residential cum industrial development under the Industrial Integrated Area IIA, and there is a different Special Economic Zone SEZ also in existence with different rules. So altogether, there are 7 different sets of Development Control Rules DCRs, namely NAINA IDB 1 and 2, MMRDA, MSRTC, NMMC, PMC and MIDC. if anybody wants to opt for Integrated Township Project ITP, then the policy is different from all the above TCRs. To clear the air between government policies, multiple planning authorities, and developers and landowners, we have come up with this seminar. We have circulated this information about the seminar and appealed to the developers, landowners, architects, and other key players of the real estate sector to come up with their queries and understand the policies of government for the development. We have got a remarkable response and people have actively registered their queries which they are having with different authorities. Here are the key highlights of the queries and expected solutions. For NMMC area, what are the policies of NMMC for redevelopment of dilapidated and dangerous structures of CIDCO building? When the policy for private structures redevelopment will be formed? Will the policy for cluster development in Gauthan area be revised? Will any policy be formed for the slum redevelopment in NMMC area? Will there be any policy for the change of uses for the plots which are reserved for certain services, but practically no development has been done so far on these reserved plots? When will single window clearance system be implemented, and when number of NOCs will be reduced? For CIDCO area, why allotment under 12.5% scheme is slowed down at a snail's pace, which is equivalent to no allotment? Specific period should be given by CIDCO to accelerate the allotment process. When the infrastructure will be provided for plots allotted under 22.5% scheme. When the allotment of plots under society formation system for the common public will be restarted. Additional lease premium for extension of time for construction period can be revised as the charges are very high. When single window clearance system will be implemented and when number of NOCs will be reduced. Basic and major infrastructure such as sewerage treatment plants is not provided in nodes like Ulve, Karanjade, Dronagiri, etc. It's taking 6 to 7 months time period for the approvals and the vintage staff is not technology savvy. COPA's keys should be provided to the architects free of cost. For NAINA IDP 1 and IDP 2, there is no provision of road network and basic infrastructure for almost 80% of the total area in the approved plan. So how the same will be provided? Will the plan be revised? For the approved plan and development control rules, when the copies will be available for general public? When the zone certificate as per the approved plan will be issued? The land which is to be surrendered to NAINA is in 2 different villages or in 2 different IDPs, but within NAINA area, then can the same be accepted? And who will bear the costs such as registration charges, capital gain tax, etc. for this transfer of rights? What is the compensation for land acquisition? Details should be provided for the same. The area where there is Gauthan in existence in practical but not shown in the plan, what about the area coming within 200 meters of such land? What will be the schedule for infrastructure and how much time it will take to provide the infrastructure for these 23 villages for which DP is approved? Will the Development Permission Authority be asked by NAINA for the area coming under Mathiran Eco-Sensitive Zone? There is no provision of industrial zone for industry development, and as like ITP and STP, there is no provision for IIA scheme of MIDC. So there will be problems in raising demand for residential dwelling if there is no industrial growth to generate employment. For ITP scheme, there is a clause of surrendering 15% land to NAINA, but ITP itself is a scheme where developer is liable to build the infrastructure. So in that case, why the land to be surrendered to NAINA? Will NAINA abolish this clause of surrendering land if no infrastructure will be provided by NAINA? The infrastructure charges which will be charged on ASR value, those will be on agricultural land or any land. As of today, only 39 commencement certificates have been issued in the last 4 years. So when the process for issuing CCs will be made online and when the process will be accelerated, will the number of NOCs be reduced? Is it necessary to obtain any certificate for development in this area within these 23 villages as well as in the other area? As per clause number 16.4 of DCR of IDP 2, it is mentioned that land aggregation of 60 hectares or more, applicability of 22.5% scheme for bulk land pulling, in phase 1 area, there is provision for the development under special policies. So why the same is not permitted in the whole NAINA area? In IDP 2 area, by what time the plan approval and infrastructure be expected? For Panvel Municipal Corporation, when the commencement certificates will be issued in PMC jurisdiction and as per which DCR? Which DP plan will be applicable in this area? When the DP plan will be prepared for this area? What are the criteria for property tax? What will be the tax structure for the property given on leave and license basis? There were numerous encroachments in the area before formation of PMC. So will the same be regularized or PMC has that much force to demolish all the unauthorized structures? The villages have been detached from many authorities and included in PMC. So will a unique set of rules be formed for the development or rules of respective authorities will be followed? The draft of regional plan is declared by MMRDA till 2034. So will PMC ask MMRDA to exclude the area from MMRDA regional plan or will it follow the same proposed land uses for MMRDA area? What is the criteria and procedure for zone changing? Can a land above 100 acres from Green Zone 2 be converted into U1, U2 zone without going for STP? Will single window scheme be introduced for approvals? For MSRDC area, when the development plan will be published? What is the procedure for any conversion? There is no permission for development has been granted since its appointment as SPA. So why the same has been delayed? What is the procedure and time duration for obtaining commencement certificates? Expectations from state government for Navimumbai and Raigad area. Unique development control rules from all the authorities of surrounding area of Navimumbai, Raigad and area coming under 25 kilometers of proposed Navimumbai International Airport. All authorities are expected to work on 50-50 ratio, where 50% of the land to be retained by the authority and 50% developed in square or rectangle shapes with basic or other infrastructure that is road, electricity, water and sewerage system to be allotted to landowner. Single window clearance system for approvals and occupancy certificates. Unique zone codes such as R1, R2, etc. and permissible uses for the entire area. Development and infrastructure charges to be on the lower side and the same can be paid in form of surrendering property share for EWS and LIG housing. MCHI Raigad unit has suggested amendments in ABC DCPR to UD department, so kindly consider the same. ITP or IIA are the independent projects with compulsion of infrastructure by the developer himself. So SPAs should not ask for additional land or should not modify the DCR made for these projects. The landowners should get an option of developed land, TDR or amount as per new land acquisition policy against their land to be acquired.